So Twitter has an entirely new structure now. Everything is different and users are leaving in droves. But the question is, how is this affecting Web3 communities? Are they gonna bail on Elon? What's Twitter doing that would make them react one way or the other? Well, today I'm gonna give you some insight into what happened, whether decentralized Twitter is still gonna be around, and tell you what you should probably start doing today to adapt to this new world with this very important social media source. My name is Trent Kennelly. I'm a Web3 marketing strategist, and this is the best place for you to learn about Web3, NFTs, and how to market them all. So if that sounds good to you and you're excited, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're into it, comment to let me know how you feel about this new Twitter Elon Musk deal. I know it's been kind of a drama for a long time. I would love to know how you feel now that it's finally effectively settled, and let's get started. Okay, so what happened here? Well, Elon Musk bought Twitter, all right? So that's basically it. But there's a whole history about this purchase. So here are the basic facts of kind of how we got there, all right? So Elon Musk made an unsolicited bid that some might call a hostile takeover attempt for Twitter for around $43 billion in April. After some initial back and forth, the board eventually accepted his bid near the end of April. But then the bid went on hold, and Musk was claiming that there were too many bots on the platform, that Twitter wasn't properly disclosing them, so Twitter sued him, and so there was a legal battle, there was some legal wrangling for a little while, and at the end of October, Musk decided, no, I actually want to go through with the deal, and so now he owns Twitter. Okay, so basically a series of events that are very Elon Musk. But what's notable here is what started happening right after he took over. So one of his first acts as the new owner of Twitter was to fire the then CEO and CFO. But he's also mentioned that between 25 and 50%, now up to 75% of the staff is going to be fired or laid off. So whether you're a Musk fanboy or not, you can see that his actions are actually pretty extreme. And since the changeover, it's almost like people are assuming that he's going to make every change possible on the first day, almost like how people assume the president, when they take over for their first term, is going to just change everything immediately, okay? Because discourse on this platform, from the moment he took the reins, has changed drastically. And to understand why and what's happening here, we are going to need to do another little history lesson. It's like inception of history lessons here.
A dream within a dream.
You probably already know this, but Donald Trump was permanently banned from Twitter in the waning days of his presidency due to many false incendiary claims that he was making about the election and January 6th and all that sort of stuff. And as a result, he started his own platform, Truth Social, which is basically a Twitter clone built on Mastodon. You should check this video out if you want more details on Mastodon, decentralized social media, etc. So when he built that platform, the end result was that many far-right tweets left the platform in favor of Trump's Truth Social. So when Elon Musk took control, those same users, knowing that he wanted to bring Trump back to Twitter and hearing Musk's claims about free speech on the platform, decided to come back and test the mods.
Okay, let's test it. Just open up that valve over there.
Which led to a very different vibe on the platform. And honestly, it's left a lot of people nervous about where this platform is going. I mean, as I'm making this video, the biggest controversies, there are two of them, have become what he's doing with this blue check mark, because now he's charging people $8 a month for it. Journalists are crying out against this, saying that it's actually about safety and it's not about having some virtue signal, and that's kind of what he's acting like it is if you want to pay $8 a month for it. The other one being that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted something that upset him yesterday, and as a result of that, yesterday my time, right, not as you're watching this video, but yesterday, and as a result of that, he's basically shadow banned her from the platform. A lot of the normal usage has been blocked for her specifically. So those are things that are happening, and as a result, there are some reports that a devastating percentage of heavy users are leaving the platform. So the question then is, how are people in decentralized spaces feeling about all of this? Honestly, they're loving it. Since Elon took over, crypto and NFT Twitter have been full of people singing his praises. And to understand why is to really see the complications at the heart of decentralization. Musk has for a long time championed the core causes of decentralization: freedom and individual ownership of your data, of your speech, etc. This is a principle that is held very dearly by any community involved in any way in decentralization. But that isn't without its own difficulties, right? I mean, And as I talk about at length in that decentralized social media video that I referenced earlier, the freedom that comes with this opens up a space for more extremism and false information to spread to more niche audiences than ever before. And that actually seems to weirdly not be the intention, but part of the reason that NFT and crypto Twitter are going the exact opposite direction as many other Twitter communities, because they feel like having that freedom gets them closer to their goal of total freedom and ownership, while other communities believe it's going to be a more stifling place with these new opening up controls and releasing Trump back into the platform and all that sort of stuff.
It is the signal for the floodgates to open.
And in some ways, both of these are true. That said, Musk has, without question, ingratiated himself with these communities, which begs the question, what happens next for decentralized communities on Twitter? Honestly, they're probably going to stay put, at least in the short term. And this is especially true because the biggest influencers in the biggest Web3 spaces on Twitter are showing absolutely no intention of leaving. And the CEO of Binance was integral to the deal, and Elon Musk has actually already rolled out a few changes that are pretty important and beneficial to pro-decentralization groups. So for example, tweet tiles. So tweet tiles is a new method for NFT Twitter to display NFTs, then sell them on a marketplace controlled exclusively by Twitter. Apparently Magic Eden and Rarible are both involved in the testing phase of this project, which shows you just how much heft is behind it. This could potentially be the biggest competitor to OpenSea that we've yet seen. Many people also think that all the bots just magically disappeared the minute that he took over. Now, this is again a little bit far-fetched because we have that new president vibe. The new president comes in and changes everything on day one, right? That's not necessarily true. But crypto Twitter is plagued with bots all the time. And apparently, allegedly, on day one, suddenly all those bots drastically diminished or completely disappeared, which of course raises a lot of questions about why they would be switched on and off so easily, but that's a question for a completely different video. We're not gonna talk about that. And with all these changes seemingly happening overnight, there's some pretty strong speculation around the real reason that Musk bought the platform. Probably the most compelling for my money is that he plans to turn Twitter into the WeChat of the Western world. For those unfamiliar, WeChat is the most used Chinese app. It's a social media app, it's a chat app, it's a payment method, it's kind of everything over there. There isn't a single social media site in the world that does what WeChat can do right now. Which, with Elon Musk's previous claims of drastically increasing payments through the platform, he used the word payments, not revenue, he himself expecting $1.2 billion in payments by 2028. This leads a lot of people to believe that he's going to be largely focused on the payment side, that's everything app side of the business, which doesn't quite get at why Web3 is so excited about this, but the Web3 community is really excited because he's putting crypto in the front seat here. So it's gonna be much easier to gain and use crypto through this everything app with Twitter. I mean, that's kind of a little bit rumor at this point, but it's looking more and more certain given how much of a fanboy of crypto Elon Musk seems to be at times. So final verdict, when it comes to decentralized communities on Twitter, is the platform dead? Absolutely not. If anything, groups are more excited than ever. So when you're trying to get involved in Web3 or one of its facets like crypto or NFTs, what's the move at this point? Well, first off, you should get involved on Twitter. It's easy to talk with others. You can build a following as long as you keep interacting. It's just important to keep going. It can be a lot of work because it's kind of tedious to keep going, but at the same time, it's also exciting to involve yourself in these communities. So if you want to build a following through Twitter, if you want to build your business through Twitter, it is still a very good moment. But that really can't be the end of the story, right? I mean, we've all heard about putting all our eggs in one basket, haven't we? Well, no matter how big a social media site is, or no matter how long it's existed, or what's happening with it at the moment, you need to remember that the basket is the social media site. So if you, as the business owner, is putting everything into one social media site, suddenly that social media site implodes overnight, then you have a lot less than you might have for all the effort you put in, right? So relying solely on one platform to get involved in can be a bit foolhardy. That's why I suggest you start talking through Discord, YouTube, or Instagram, and actually those are kind of in order. Discord is the most important, YouTube is probably second, Instagram probably third there. But really it's important because should something happen, you've got a backup, right? And even still, it's not the exact same community from platform to platform, so you're more in the community more broadly, and it's a lot more easy to keep those connections and to continue to work with people if something happens, right? It's just kind of a what if in the back of your mind. I mean, right now you can sleep easy with Twitter probably not going anywhere for a while, but all the same, you just never know, right? And so it's better to spread your wings as much as possible. So there you go. Elon Musk is still a strong player when it comes to the opinions of crypto bros and NFTs, which means that they're all extremely happy that he's around and very happy to stay on his platform. So I hope that that helped you to understand your next move a little bit better when it comes to Twitter. Let me know how you feel about this new world of Elon owning Twitter. I'd be really interested to get your opinions. I know it's different, there's no question about it. We're just gonna have to see how it develops going forward. Otherwise, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're into it, and I will catch you in the next one.